It feels so much better without one. I'm on the pill. I know I'm safe, but I'm picky about my partners. These are common excuses to engage in unprotected sex. I didn't know I had it. I'm not ready for this baby. I'm so sorry, we can't get rid of it, and we can't take it back. All of these are common responses to the consequences of unprotected sex. According to the Bullitt County Department of Health, in Statesboro alone, over 30% of people had an STD or STI in the past 4 years. Remind you, this is only the amount reported from those who actually got tested. A staggering 65% of these cases are from Georgia Southern University students. I would like to inform you about the issues associated with unprotected sex for a couple of reasons. Ever since we announced to our friends and family that we were attending Georgia Southern University, the majority of us have heard one thing or another about STDs in our school. To my disliking to admit it, they may be right about something. First off, a study from Georgia Southern University reported that 23% of its participants had had more than one sexual partner, an average of as high as 15 partners in 1 year, and that not all of them use condoms. According to SimplexLove.com, 2/3 of all STDs occur in young adults under the age of 25, which is why it's important to us as college students to be informed. We've all had to take a health class. We've all seen the gross puss-filled pictures, and we've all heard of the show Teen Mom. And yet we're still so hard-headed and make the same mistakes. These mistakes that may cost us our lives. STDs are an epidemic and sadly 100% preventable. I'm going to reveal the reasons, rations to have unprotected sex, the consequences of unprotected sex, and how all sexually active peoples can make the correct and imperative decisions to save our lives. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, and trich have a 90% chance of being asymptomatic, meaning gonorrhea, chlamydia, and trich have a 90% chance being asymptomatic, meaning they're mild or no symptoms. Foul odors, impotence, and infertility are just some of the issues associated with these STDs. Not only STDs, but also hepatitis, HIV, and even rotavirus, better known as the flu, can all be passed through unprotected sex. Another consequence of unprotected Not only STDs, but also another consequence of unprotected sex. Yeah, I have another one. My printing page, I'm so sorry, y'all. My printing page got mixed up. Let's begin with why people have unprotected sex. One of the main reasons people engage in unprotected sex is due to their relationships. If one is in a relationship and feels that their partner is being faithful, the willingness to ask questions and use protection goes down. The thought of monogamy allows one to feel that their partner may not be cheating or have other sexual partners when in fact they are. Sometimes a relationship can be monogamous, but partners do not get tested and enter the relationship unknowingly having STD or STI. Another reason is due to the feeling of unprotected sex. Many prefer not to use condoms because it simply feels better. Condoms get in the way and make nerve endings look sensitive, thus making intercourse less pleasurable. Some people are also allergic to latex, the most popular type of condom, and therefore can't use them or don't enjoy using them. But there are land-skin and bare-skin condoms made with polyurethane, so there's still no excuse. And there's also lubricants to enhance feeling, so those are all issues that can be corrected. But I do admit not all unprotected sex is bad. Many happy, healthy couples have unprotected sex to express the love they have for each other and only with each other, and it's the normal biological way to conceive a child. So naturally it's done. And lastly, people engage in unprotected sex because they are unaware of their actions. Roughly 10% of condoms breaks during intercourse when not placed on properly, according to EverydayHealth.com. In the presence of drugs, also cloud thoughts, inhibitions allow them to make unclear, irrational decisions. STDs and STIs are also complications of unprotected sex. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, mycoplasma genitalium, and trich are the 5 most common STDs on college campuses. Foul odors, impotence, and infertility are just some of the issues associated with these STDs. Not only STDs, but hepatitis, HIV/AIDS, and even rotavirus, better known as the flu, can be passed through unprotected sex. Another consequence of unprotected sex is unplanned pregnancy. All it takes is one of the males of sperm released during ejaculation to reach one egg to receive one child. That's one time, one sperm, one egg. That's all it takes. And even when You're on the birth control, that's still not 100% proof, because when taken perfectly, meaning the same time every single day for at least a year, the failure rate is 99%, but most people are inconsistent and the failure rate drops dramatically to 85%. And according to the Association of Reproductive Health Professionals, when a woman misses one pill, she's 4 to 5 times more likely to become pregnant. And that's one pill. The more pills you miss, the greater your chances increase. But despite those consequences of unprotected sex, there are many ways we can protect and help ourselves and others as well. Getting tested, first and foremost, is helpful in knowing your status and therefore informing others, meaning sexual partners past and present. Another method is speaking up. If you know other people who are engaged in unprotected sex, let them know the danger and consequences of their actions. It may save a life. Education is also an important factor. Allowing others to know the long-term effects of unprotected sex will help those not do it or at least change their ways. Debunking myths can also help. For example, some we've heard, washing and showering after sex protects from STDs. That's not true. Peeing after sex allows one to not get pregnant. That's not true. Using mouthwash after oral sex, expecting to not have something get in your mouth, not true. All these things are myths to help cope with their decision of having unprotected sex, but they do not help you deal with the consequences of it. If there's anything at all I want you to take from my speech, take this. According to the Center for Disease Control, as students at college, we are 5 times more likely to catch an STD or STI from unprotected sex. The consequences of unprotected sex can be detrimental not only to those involved, but also to their friends and family. STDs are 100% preventable. Use condoms or a stain, get tested, and make sure you're clean and be monogamous. Sex can be a wonderful thing, but when it endangers lives, it becomes really serious. Take the time to not only care about your partner, but most importantly, yourself. And if you feel someone is worth the risk, then make sure they're on the risk at a status of health as well. Protect yourself. We only have one life to live, and that life should be as happy and healthy as possible.